Hi everyone, Connolly here. Um, we are taking a break from Date Everything and resuming the Touchstarved demo for Halloween. Get some a little dark romance. It's also Happy National Coming Out Day, so for this, I guess I'm gonna be better about introductions. So here's my intro. If you don't know me, I am a burlesque performer, drag performer, writer, scientist, they, she pronouns. I'm non-binary, gray asexual, also gray romantic. It's complicated. It's actually not that complicated. Some people don't want the explanation that I just don't engage with people the way like you would normally do this. I don't experience attraction to the full extent, so that's why I'm in the gray area. Aesthetically, I love all genders. Again, kind of very different depending on the individual and their presentations, but I feel very strong aesthetic attraction, and that does affect my romantic and sexual attraction, but again, doesn't always it's not the way that allosexual and alloromantic people experience it. And always open to talk about it on socials. I often do anyway unprompted, just because aphobia is a big thing, and also aromantics don't really get enough representation on top of being misunderstood. So I've always been a huge advocate for visibility and breaking stereotypes and showing that even if we are in a very straight presenting relationship, we are queer. So yeah, that's my little spiel. I did want to promote one thing before we play, and yeah, so I was putting on my Gothic compilation album in the background because the Touchstarved music is copyrighted, so I can't play it on stream right now. But yeah, before that, I'm going to talk about my last upcoming show in DFW for now, or something might come up later. But it's a pole dance showcase with Self Alchemy Studios. If you go to their website, www.selfalchemystudio.com, and go all the way to what's happening next, it's where you can get tickets to our Halloween showcase, where I am doing a non-burlesque live version of my Ricky Matsui act that I did for Taste the Tease's Dimension 20 themed virtual burlesque show. So there's going to be a little bit of stripping just because I have to get in and out of costume to climb the pole and stuff, but not going to be full burlesque. There's going to be more pole tricks. There's going to be some spin pole that got added. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. The showcase is next week, October 18th at 7 p.m. in Dallas. If you go on the website, selfalchemystudio.com, you can get some more details, and tickets are $15, and it goes towards just supporting the studio because it is a very small pole dance studio. And yeah, it'll be a fun time, and it's a routine that I never thought I could perform live, so this might be your only chance to see it, because I don't have a traveling pole, and so opportunities to perform pole in person for me are very limited to student showcases, and if I choose pole competitions, which I've got some mixed feelings about. But yeah, so if you are in DFW, come check it out. And so yeah, let's hop into Touchstarved. It's been a few months. Yeah. So it's been a few months, and so I'll try to recap what happened. So we are, I'm doing my usual thing of playing as a person based off my partner and personality. I call him John because that is our relationship. Portmanteau, I think that's the word. It's too bright, but I felt like it was a little too dark. But yeah, so John is this hybrid between me and my partner, non-binary person. We are going to go for, I actually don't know, actually that I'm my partner's type, but we're going to go for the me coded character. There is one I found out thanks to the Touchstarved team releasing a lot of fun trivia about their characters. Last time I played, we got into a horrible accident, almost lost our arm. The premise of Touchstarved is that our hands specifically are cursed so that if the skin comes in contact with anybody, they completely lose their minds to the point of trying to kill us and anybody who gets in the way. So yeah, very, very dark, gothic romance. And we heard that there was basically like a magical research institute that maybe could help us find a cure. And on our way there, we get attacked by, John gets attacked by monsters, loses an arm, wakes up in kind of a hospital area with a mysterious man named Karash, who is clearly not completely mortal, very mysterious, very helpful. We like him, but he's got some secrets. Kind of did the, what is it? I'm blanking on what, what angelic beings say, but basically telling us not to fear him. But this, in the game of Touchstarved, it comes with the warning that bad things happen, as evident with us nearly dying in the beginning, and bad things will continue to happen. So even though this is a romance, it is a dark romance, and there are consequences. After we depart from Karash's clinic, we hook up with Leander, who is a human mage. Very charming, very flirty, has helped us get room and board. But not everybody is who they seem, so I don't know. Me, Hana, as an autistic person, I don't think I would have really clocked the red flags. I'm also a little bit possessive by her, so yeah, but definitely watching like other people's playthroughs and kind of hearing the development team talk about writing him. Dude's got some red flags, even though he's very charming and very helpful right now. It's part of a mercenary group called the Adderstone. The Adderstone it's related to poison, so that's another red flag. So we go out and explore on the streets, run into, in this world they're called monsters. So we run into a monster, he looks like a fox man named Veer. He's got chains around his neck. He's very forward. And flirty. He stole our key, and basically, we don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. Very intriguing. Is working for this research institute, the Cenobium. So, yeah, could be an ally, could be a love interest, could be an enemy. Who knows? And so, yeah, we are making our way up towards the Cenobium, even though we've been warned that they are not to be trusted, and that's where we're going to resume the game. It's easy enough and this game will be voiced when the full game comes out, but right now it isn't, so I can't have to deal with me reading it. Close this a second. Sure I can see chat. Okay. It's easy enough to follow the winding streets, climbing uphill toward the distant tower. Hours later, legs aching, sweat beading on my forehead, I finally find what I'm searching for. The Cenobium of the Luminous Void. It stands at the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls, while just people stroll down the walkways, ignoring the massive tower in their midst. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up until the top of the Cenobium spire disappears into the clouds overhead. The gates are so heavily enchanted that even standing near them sets my teeth on edge. Alchemically reinforced locks, invisible alarm sigils, and who knows what else. Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way of making my presence known. I'm halfway up the steps and something moves in my peripheral vision. A shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine as if testing its strength. Oi, you there! The shadow vanishes as quickly as I spotted it. and a gaunt-faced man in a crisp charcoal uniform marches up the steps towards me. Ugh, another tourist. Get out of here once you're done gawking. A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words, and he turns without even waiting for my response. I look back at where I saw the intruder, but there's nothing, just the leaves blowing gently in a cool breeze. I step away from the gates, hopelessness watching over me. Hello? I guess it was a whisper. Hello. A whisper coats the back of my ear, hot and syrupy. Ooh, that's a phrase. I jerk away, but find no one beside me. Instead, halfway down the staircase, I spot a girl peering up at me. She's barefoot, draped in several layers of worn, moth-eaten clothing. Peculiar metal jewelry hangs across her face and jingles with each slight movement. Her eyes are her most striking feature. They shine a scorching, unnatural crimson. It feels like staring into the sun, and yet I'm strangely captivated by her. She tilts her head, the tinkling of metal riding the wind. Do you need help? Well, looks like we do, but I don't know if I trust this creepy girl. Okay, we're gonna say I do. I'm unsure how to respond. The air is charged with a mysterious energy, as if each of my words is worth its weight in gold. On the off chance she can help me, I might as well be somewhat truthful. I do, but wanting it is another question. The giggle she makes is a chiming, fluttering sound. You're honest, I like that. She dips into a polite curtsy. My name is Iris. I was like you once, hopeless and alone. The ones in the tower won't help with your pain. I might be able to, though. I try not to dwell on the fact that I'm recognizably desperate. Instead, I focus on her vague offer as I descend the steps. You don't know what I'm looking for. You need what everyone needs in this world, a miracle. Iris turns and my thoughts abruptly scatter. Pitted skin snakes down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. A shuddering breath escapes me. The fuck? By the looks of it, some sort of disease ate away at her spine, leaving her with hollow vertebrae. I'm a little sad we don't get to see Iris, because, that image is really creepy, but how is she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive, and yet I only get a glimpse before she faces me once more, this time looking a bit bashful. I know it's not pretty, but that's not what matters. The sea spring can cure anything. It can cure you too. Her shining eyes flick to my bandaged hands, then up again, so quick I nearly miss it. I stand there, wordless. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. She extends a hand out to me, her delicate fingers outstretched. I can take you there if you like. You can decide on your own when you see it. Her hand is frail, marred with tiny wounds. It's the epitome of vulnerability, the complete opposite of the Zenobian's mocking, impenetrable gaze. And if I say no, it's your choice. The truth is, I don't have much of a choice. Not right now, at least. I wonder if Iris knows that somehow. If there's any hope of finding a cure, I need to follow every lead, including seeing this sea spring for myself. I cautiously slide my hand into hers. Her skin is ice cold through my bandages. We descend from the higher streets, abandoning their gilded decadence as we cross the river. The wet, derelict districts hold more familiarity for me. However, Iris leads me farther still, until I'm met with an all too familiar sight. My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. The sea spring is straight ahead. Iridia's outskirts are hardly recognizable in daylight, but venturing beyond city walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. So yeah, beyond city walls is where we almost died. So I shake my head and pull away from Iris. I'm not leaving the city. She circles in front of me with a placating gesture. Don't be scared. I promise you, it's all right. You're as safe inside the city as outside of it, and the stretch before you is the safest of all. She casts a wistful gaze out over the waste, as if admiring something beyond the vista. This region belongs to Abe. Some call him a game leader, but he's much more than that. It's difficult to string my thoughts together. Only a fool would leave the city, but a primal instinct tells me that Iris isn't lying. She twirls around with another curtsy, jewelry twinkling playfully in the sunlight. Her doe eyes soften with a smile. As I said, it's your choice. Thanks for coming this far. I hope we meet again, John. I blink and she's gone. Confusion grips me as I look around, searching for any trace of her. But I'm completely alone, with only the vast nothingness of the waste for company. Did I just imagine everything? No, that whole encounter was real. Again, that primal instinct insists on it, just like it insisted on Iris' honesty. The sea spring is straight ahead. If it managed to cure Iris, I need to see what it can do for me. I venture forth, nerves and determination roiling together in my chest. My heart pounds with each step I take from civilization. For what seemed like an eternity, I forced each foot forward, one step, then another, until a realization came. I never told Iris my name. Something pierces the horizon ahead of me, a building nestled into a tall cliffside. It appears so starkly out of place that it might as well be a hallucination. Dripping with extravagance and adorned in honeyed mahogany, it's an ornate jewel of architecture. I really like the description in here. I also like that it's very foggy, definitely adding to that gothic feel. Dark silhouettes skirt it on both sides. Trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize that what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Soulless are the monsters that almost kill us. Several of them watch me in the distance like statues. Flashes of last night chase me, the gushes of blood and screams of death, the smell of burning flesh and sour bile. I can't go through that again. I won't. Exploding into a messy sprint, I push my legs as fast as they'll take me towards the decorated building. The next thing I know, I'm dashing up wooden stairs and crashing through towering double doors. My lungs burn from exertion. I gasp for breath, desperate to be safe. But when I orient myself with my surroundings, it's more hellscape than sanctuary. Blood flows all around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hand leaps to my mouth. But the rotten stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spicy. I swallow thickly, convincing myself that it's not as gruesome as it appears. This has to be the sea spring, the place that grants miracles. It doesn't look so creepy from the art here, but then I see like all the, I'm guessing they're like sigils or just assorted, maybe spells or talismans. So, interesting. Tall pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes. Seating pillows scatter the floor. A rustic kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here despite how eerily empty it is. Oh, stay silent. Very creepy. There are soulless, so I don't know if we want to make them noise. I I approach the paper-covered pillar. Maybe something here can tell me more. I reach for topmost, the closest one, the bottommost. You are a short king, so I'm gonna assume the topmost is out of reach, so it's the closest one. I reach for a note in front of me. It reads, "Dear Mother, don't cry for me. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye, but we'll meet again in another life. I love you very much." Okay, so they're not sigils slash spells. P.S. If you ever see me, never speak to me again. That's interesting. It's written in perfect cursive. I've never seen such beautiful handwriting. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. Something's watching me. I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still empty. Finally, I look towards the sea spring. That stillness hides something deeper. Something wrong. Hey. I spin around and come face to face with a pack of soulless. They chitter and growl, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly, all different sizes and species, but sharing one identical trait: glowing crimson eyes. I try to back away, but my heel teeters over the sea spring. I'm cornered. Watch your step. It's deeper than it looks. That voice again. At the sound of it, the soulless freeze, their snarls quieting. I search for the voice's source and find it above me, lounging in the rafters. I'm gonna get hand shot and boob shot. I love the jewelry on this person already. I already know who it is because I've seen the art. You look lost, little sparrow. His gaze is a violent crimson, one that sears through me, leaves me feeling raw and exposed. They're the same eyes I've seen over and over, first with Iris, now with the soulless circling me, all bound by the sea spring's blood red. In the shrouded darkness behind him, shapes like massive tentacles twist and coil around the wooden beams. So interesting. Yeah, I like the tentacles in the back are very intriguing. I can't focus. The soulless's growls are ringing in my ears. They're not advancing, but that could change at any second. Panic rises in my throat as I struggle to track them. Hey. Eyes on me. My stomach rolls as I tear my eyes away from the soulless. Don't ignore someone who's talking to you. It's not polite. For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who is this bastard? I'm distracted, or fuck you. So I am not as confrontational, but my partner is the more confrontational. So I'm gonna say fuck you, because yeah, some help, please. I look right into his unnerving eyes and hold his gaze defiantly. Fuck you, is that better? A crooked grin cracks across his face. His name is Bastard now. We'll work on it. I scan the soulless again. They really aren't attacking and are posturing more than anything else. It's as if they're waiting for commands. Did you tame them? Power of the sea spring. They're hungry, so they might bite. You could give me a reason to stop them. How about I didn't do anything wrong? Trespassing. And that's punishable by death? He gives a non-committal shrug. I love him. I love a good distant asshole, and he's got one, so. Expecting mercy was your first mistake. My voice stops in my throat. The bastard's terse coolness is both infuriating and terrifying. I rack my brain for a way to defuse the situation. You need help. Tell me what you want. I think we gotta give him something. So I need help. Okay, fine. I need help. I thought this sea spring could cure me somehow. My voice wavers pathetically. Honesty has never been my strong suit. He cants his head to the side, appraising me, but doesn't respond. I fidget nervously. I'm telling you, I came here for help. Are you listening? Your hands. Alarm jolts through me. I hide my hands under my cloak. Show me. Why? Won't ask twice. With a sharp exhale, I reluctantly hold out my bandaged hands. Are you getting off on this? Unwrap them. Heat rushes to my face and fire to my tongue. I should give him a piece of my mind, but not wherein his soulless are one command away from ripping me to shreds. Oh, so I should say, previously we've learned that, people are starting to kind of, the people we've met are getting cued in on our curse. And Leander, despite being human, is the one individual who has not been affected, has not gone insane from our touch. So, interesting. Both Veer and Karash are, I think, I'm kind of curious about it, but we've not touched them or anything. So yeah, this is a fascinating interaction. Yet, no matter how much I will myself to move, my body stays frozen in place. I stand there for a long, agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well, the hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the edge of the bandages. Stop. With a weary sigh, the man slides off the beam and lands with a thud that shakes the panels underfoot. He's a monster, tall and imposing, with a presence that commands the room like gravity. Lantern light sculpts his face in sharp, unforgiving lines. Subtle clinks of metal accompany each of his footsteps. The closer he gets to me, the faster my heart beats. Also, love me a guy who jingles. Ace is the one character out of the love interest in Touchstarved that I really want to cosplay, because love the kind of Asian aesthetic he brings, and then I love jingling, and yeah, he's just cool. But the we'll find a way to make the cleavage work, because I got femme boobies, but kind of a manly chest, so the deep V might work. I am short though. What does he want? Is he going to kill me? I step backwards and find nothing to set my foot on. I'd forgotten my back was to the sea spring. I fall right before a warm hand catches my lower back. I wish we had a visual at this moment. I'm hovering above the sea spring, the scent of smoke and leather enveloping me. Blazing eyes bore into mine. Told you to watch your step. I'm too stunned to muster a response. Like I weigh nothing, he guides me back to solid ground. Following a subtle gesture from his fingers, the soulless around us disperse and relax. The shift in their demeanor so abrupt it gives me whiplash. The enormous tentacles are no longer in the rafters, though now I doubt I ever saw them at all. Either way, I let out a breath of relief. Yeah, the tentacles fascinate me because they're not attached to Ace, but they're clearly part of him. Thanks. As focused on me as he was before, the monster pays no attention to me now. He kicks some seating pillows out of the walkways, checks the contents of the kettle with a scowl. The sudden disregard is almost insulting. So that's it? I'm not a threat anymore? Never were one. Then why'd you threaten me? People get honest when they're afraid. In other words, he was messing with me. I drag a hand over my face, exhausted by the fact that this is the second time a monster has provoked me today. You're Ace, aren't you? Depends who's asking. Oh, I love both icons. One of her friends told me this was your territory. She also said you were a gang leader. But there's no one else here. I thought there'd be more people. Ace picks up the kettle, walks to the edge of the sea spring, and dumps the contents into the endless red. They took a walk. Oh, he's got a cute smile. Everybody actually in this game has like a cute smile, so I do like that. It's like when they're threatening, but like he just smiles. His pleasant smile stretches ear to ear. Then in an instant it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about that again. You said you came here for help. Depends. Can the sea spring cure a curse? Probably. You mean you don't know? Nope. Such a jerk. He shakes out the empty kettle and starts collecting stray cups, tidying them. When frustration builds, I narrow my eyes at him in a questioning glare. When he notices, he returns it with an amused smirk. Are you being irritating on purpose? Listen, Sparrow, the sea spring can cure anything. Nothing's stopping you from trying it yourself. What do I have to do? Drink. I have to drink from the sea spring? My eyes glide to the blood-like pool beside us. The idea of ingesting the liquid makes my blood churn. It's not as if I'm averse to elixirs or decoctions. That's any word. It's not as if I'm averse to elixirs or decoctions. I've made my fair share of them, but one misstep and you can easily meet with a fate worse than death. Also, I'm imagining it having that thickness of blood, which is like unsettling. And I'm fascinated by blood, but the idea of like a whole like seed or just like a big pool of it is like that is unsettling. Is there a price? Always. Ace taps his temple with a finger. You lose it a little bit. That's it? Might have already beat it to the punch. My humor earns me an amused fang grin. This is a little different. When you drink from the sea spring, you forget who you are. Your mind combines with everyone who ever drank before. Humans, monsters, soulless, one big happy family in your head. My blood runs cold. I've heard of these before. Group minds. Some legends suggest that independent minds can be psychically linked together through a strong enough catalyst. It's never been done before. But something tells me this is real, even if one thing doesn't add up. Your eyes are red too, but you obviously haven't forgotten who you are. Before I can finish my sentence, Ace strides past me towards the entrance. Time's up. Let's finish this later. Wait, already? You barely told me anything. Came on a bad day. I've got somewhere to be. There's still so many questions burning on the tip of my tongue, but my frustration spills out before I can ask any of them. I was told to come here for help, but instead I get threatened and kicked out. You're joking, right? Watch your tone. I'm nice, but you don't want to ruin the host smooth. My skin prickles. The feeling of being watched washes over me again. My eyes dart back over to the sea spring. A lone ripple dances on the quiet surface. I take Ace's advice and plant my mouth shut. Ace approaches a nearby soulless, a lanky dog-like one with 6 legs and a crown of tendrils. Several sets of red eyes adorn its side. Its forked tail wags rapidly when Ace squats beside it. He runs his fingers through the tendrils, scratches its shin, and pats its head. To struggle. A gentle smile plays across Ace's lips. The affection he holds for the soulless is painfully clear. I dip my eyes away, my stomach fluttering at the tender sight. It's getting dark out, so this pretty girl will beg you back. Following a short whistle from Ace's lips, it trots over to the entrance. Obediently, tail swaying. Like allergies or itchiness. I watch the soulless warily. Pretty is not a word I would use to describe it, and the idea of it protecting me sounds absurd. If I decide to drink, how do I find you? Find someone with eyes like mine. They'll point you in the right direction. But think it over. Once you drink, you can't go back. Thinking about that note that we read, it was like, P.S. Don't talk to me again. And it's like very chilling and sad. It's a lot to process, but I give a small nod. At least I know I have another option for a cure, as disturbing as it may be. I follow the soulless at a measured distance and watch it nudge the giant doors open with ease. When I'm about to cross the threshold, I sneak one last glance behind me. My heart skips when I meet Ace's eyes. I'm about to snap my head away, but he just flashes me an easy smile. So next time, Sparrow, I'll buy you a drink for scaring you. I don't trust myself to do anything but respond with another curt nod. Yeah, like how do you resist that? Outside, more crimson-eyed, soulless scuttle about. It's hard to believe it's the same threatening pack from before. They chase each other in circles, roll around in the bog's mud. They pay no attention to me as the dog-like one escorts me away. It's an uneventful trip. Sometimes the soulless looks over its shoulder at me to make sure I'm still following. What a good girl. Dusk darkens the sky by the time we reach the city. The soulless sits, canting its head at me with familiar crimson eyes. Wave at the soulless or pet the soulless. I know I would pet the soulless. I already know that I will probably meet my demise, if not by illness, by trying to pet an animal that I shouldn't be petting. Where's the like hold your hand out to stick? Because that is something that like the companion can do. Like he taught me how to like be better about approaching strange cats, especially if ones that may not want me to just reach out and pet them. So I feel like wave is too distant, so we're gonna pet. As nervous as I am, I carefully glide my fingers through the soulless's tendrils and scratch beneath its chin, just like Ace had. It pushes into my palm in response, rumbling with a sound akin to a purr. Oh. The vibrations are soothing, almost therapeutic. When it's satisfied, the soulless spins around and scampers back in the direction it came, vanishing into the darkness. I've just arrived in Iridia, but I've already encountered so many things I thought were impossible, tamed soulless being one of them. My head spins. Maybe I should call it a day. Nightfall creeps across the streets of Iridia. The city, labyrinthine even in daytime, has now become a lone and treacherous alley. I'm actually gonna save because we just finished one interaction, and that is one of the recommendations of this game. Keep city frequently. The streets are completely deserted. If I hadn't been here earlier, I would have thought this part of the city abandoned. My steps slow when I hear rustling in the dark. I strain my ears, but everything is still. Is the silence playing tricks on me? I'm imagining things, something is wrong. We always say that there's been a gut instinct, so nothing has been imagined. Something is wrong. The fine hairs on the back of my neck prickle, a friction and discomfort running down my spine. Something is wrong. My eyes dart from one side of the street to the other, searching for movement, but the shadows are as deep and dark as pools of ink. I can't stay here. I need to reach a busier part of the city. Drawing my cloak tighter around my body, I hurry. That's actually a feeling I've experienced before, walking in deep, dark streets that just from the bus stop. It's something I've had to get used to, but yeah, there's just sometimes where it's very unsettling. You're like, no one's here. I should be here. But then I've also had situations where I was in a crowded area, and that's where I got followed. So sometimes I kind of prefer the creepy, dark areas because experience has taught me that nothing's happened there versus more crowds. But we don't have monsters. So I keep my eyes sharp and listen intently. There's only the sound of my own footsteps. As the moments pass and nothing happens, I begin to wonder if I really did imagine that moment. I turn the next corner and my thoughts come screaming to a halt. My head spins, the world blurring as adrenaline rushes through my veins. Only one thing is clear amidst the haze. The soulless that attacked the caravan. Bad soulless. It's crouched over a dark, indistinct shape, a body. A garland of intestines spills from pallid flesh. Blood sprouts through cobblestones. Holding my breath, I take a step backward. When the wet, slurping sounds don't abate, I take another, then another. Then a shard of glass crunches under my heel. Shit. The world slows to a crawl as the soulless raises its head, blood dripping from its tendrils. Every single one of its sulphurous, bulging eyes fixed, unblinking on me. It's really here. It's come back for me. I don't even have an option. I'm off like a shot, running for my life through the darkened streets. Behind me, a piercing bass amidst the silence and heavy footfalls pound after me. My heart thunders in my chest. I take turns at random, trying to lose the soulless and amaze the streets, but I can't seem to shake it. I can hear its breathing now, a wet, fluttering grasp, growing closer and closer. The same claws that sever my arms swipe out. I duck, saved by pure reflex, and skid around a corner, only to freeze. A wall twice as high as me bars my way, a dead end. Behind me, the soulless looms. It's enormous, taking up nearly the entire width of the alleyway. Its long, claw-tipped limbs give it the advantage of reach. Fight back or try to escape? I don't think we can fight back, because it destroyed our caravan. And we don't have any weapons, so maybe we can dodge. As the soulless prowls closer, my eyes dart from side to side, looking for an escape. The soulless is blocking the obvious way out, but right behind me there's a rickety door that must lead to the adjoining building. If I can get inside, the soulless' size will hinder any attempt to pursue me. I whirl, grabbing at the handle. It turns completely, the hinges creaking as I push, and I feel a flash of hope before a weight hits the door from the other side and slams it shut. The click of the lock turning is grimly final. In this wretched world, few people will stick their necks out to help their own flesh and blood and remind a stranger. The soulless gives a rasping hiss. It's the only warning I get before it lunges for me with a flash of claws. I hurl myself to the side, but the split cobblestones betray me. I fall, sprawling over the rough stone. So we got locked out. I was like, as the soulless looms over me, I scramble away from it until my back hits the wall. There's nowhere left to go. It descends on me for the kill. But the impact never comes. I was like, oh, did we die? No. I wearily crack one eye open, then the other, not sure whether I should believe what I'm seeing. A hooded figure crouches in front of me, one blood-stained hand outstretched. Moonlight silvers the edge of their stiletto knife. Their face and hands are splattered with blood. And the soulless. My eyes dart past my unexpected rescuer to the misshapen form behind them. The soulless's many eyes, once restless and vibrant, now look dull and lifeless. Red pools spread slowly from under its body. Now with shock, I can't help but stare. After all the people it's killed, after nearly killing me twice, I can hardly believe it's dead. Well, I gingerly take the offered hand. The hunter's gaze dips to my bandages. Pale lips part on the brink of a question and close again. With a strength belying their slight frame, they pull me upright. they kind of got some fetish. I can't tell if it's a reflection or they've got some fetish eyes too. I can feel the tension in their grip. Their fingers tremble like they want to pull away. It's a sensation I'm all too familiar with myself. Despite their obvious discomfort, they pause for a moment, pale eyes sweeping over me. Not going to fall? When I shake my head, they hastily let go and back off, wiping the blood from their face and hands. The hunter turns away from me, the heel of their boot hitting the soulless skinny body. I lean over it, studying it intently. With their backs to me, I realize that their hooded silhouette is familiar. I saw them outside the cenobi. The sigil was functional. I'm startled out of my thoughts and my speech, for they aren't looking at me. Can't all be processed in the brain. Its occipital lobes would have to be enormous. In fact, I don't think they're talking to me at all. It sounds like they're trying to figure out how the soulless was able to process input from so many eyes at once. I can't say I expected to be rescued by someone who seems more than passingly familiar with neurology. Can we guess which character is like me? Ha ha ha. Me, the person who works in neuroscience and doesn't like touching people sometimes. Suggest your own theory, stay quiet. Ooh, I guess we can do this. Because our background is alchemists, so chat. I used to sit and talk with my teacher for hours. It's all too easy for me to slip back into that old habit. What if it had a distributed nervous system? They nod absently, still engrossed in their examination. Possible, or maybe the sensory input from the additional eyes is rudimentary. Do you think they only track motion? They cut themselves off so sharply, I can practically hear their brain catching up to their mouth. They whip around, wide eyes like, oh, cute, which they probably would hate being described as. Sorry, did I say something wrong? No, I just didn't expect. It's been a while since I've had someone answer, that's all. They clear their throat, straightening up. Most people would have run off by now. So, do you need something? It doesn't seem like they're interested in discussing that soulless nervous system any further. Too bad. They almost seemed approachable. I saw you at the Cenobium earlier. I wanted to thank you. Don't think you're going to take too well to the first one, so I wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank you. They stare at me. Though their lips apart, they seem to struggle to figure out what to say. Valid. So valid. Not used to hearing that? That hint of uncertainty almost vanishes under their scowl. Almost. You shouldn't need my help to begin with. What are you thinking, traveling alone at night? I feel angry. This is far from the worst thing haunting Lowtown. I can't make heads or tails of them. First they saved me, and now they scold me. Lesson learned. I could do without the lecture, though. To my surprise, they break eye contact. They frown, though their disapproval doesn't seem directed at me. If you're not going to run off screaming, you might as well wait until I'm done. Their attention glides back to the soulless corpse. They examine it with an inscrutable expression. I clear my throat to fill the silence. I'm John. Min. Suddenly Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drive it into the base of the soulless skull, right between the cervical vertebrae. The soulless thrashes once, letting out a rattling hiss as the air leaves its lump. Min leans on the blade, driving it deeper and deeper until there's a sickening crunch, and the creature goes limp. My heart thuds in my chest. It must have been clinging to life by a thread. Min straightens up, withdrawing their blade in a single smooth motion. Better to put wretched things like this out of their misery. They calmly clean the blood from their knife. Min struck the creature with surgical precision. Their quick, clean movements remind me of my dissection lessons. That I've never seen that kind of knowledge used to kill before. Are you some kind of scientist? Why is a soulless inside the city? Let's go with the first one. Talking scientific. Min is kind of realizing this, and Min is kind of a little like neurodivergent coded, maybe? Are you some kind of scientist? Min stops mid-motion, lifting their head to stare at her. You knew exactly where to strike. Have you studied anatomy or medicine? Not quite. Why is the soulless inside the city? Min looks at me, eyes searching, before realization dawns. You're new here. There's no walls around the city. Soulless can come and go as they please until someone is contracted to stop them. The Cenobians' patrols don't bother to protect your town. Not anymore. Let me guess, you're not a fan of the Cenobians. Listen, I don't think we should be with just every bad thing we've heard about them. You know, they don't help Low Town, just left the door in our faces without even like asking if we had any business with them. Whatever's going on with Veer. I wouldn't go that far. Either way, it looks like I owe you. Min's brows abruptly furrows, and they sheath their knife, motioning for me to follow. It's not safe here. The vultures can smell death. I'm not quite sure what they mean, but I don't want to stay lost in the city. I trail behind them as they stride down the street. If that's so dangerous, then why are you helping me? I came for the bounty on the soulless, and you were in the way. Not killing you isn't the same as helping you. Don't count on being so lucky again, or you'll be dead by sunrise. Their answer is stingingly harsh. You know what? Fine. Or I just need to find my logic. I mean, this is kind of the way of the world. So I think I'll say I hold my hands up trying to forestall any more snippy comments. Alright, I get it. I'd love to get out of your way, but I'm still lost. I just need directions back to my logic. Their brow furrows slightly. They open their mouth, and for a moment I could swear they look regretful. They sigh and shake their head. It's too dangerous at this hour. I'll take you to wherever you're staying. I wasn't expecting to get directions given their attitude. When they realize I'm staring, they look away with a huff. It'll be faster, that's all. I have a room at the Wet Wick. At the name, Min's face falls. That gaudy cesspit. Not a fan? It's full of drunks and idiots. What do you think? Like I said, me-coded. So me-coded. True, it doesn't seem like their kind of place. Well, that's where I'm staying. Are you taking back your offer? Min exhales sharply and shakes her head. This way. Min's route is completely different from my slow, early morning meandering. Their steps are swift and sure, even though all the streets blur together in the dark. You know the city pretty well. I grew up here. I think that's the first thing they've told me voluntarily since we met. Was it always like this? Min's gaze wanders, dragging along the dingy buildings. I struggle to decipher their expression. Regret? No, Iridia was never perfect, but it used to be a place worth living in. I can't make heads or tails of Min's answer. Iridia is the last bastion of humanity in this wasteland. Where else is worth living? The Wet Wick's not much farther now. In no time at all, the shadowy alleys of Low Town give way to brightly lit avenues and crowds of lively people. Yeah, different colors. It's as if half the city has poured into the Amaryllis district's colorful streets. Laughter, clinking glasses, and music assault my ears from every direction. Yet most of the noise comes from the Wet Wick. Its doors hang wide open. Bright lanterns frame a tall and familiar figure. John? And Min, I see. It's hard to say which of us is more surprised. You know each other? Min is a freelancer who has done a few errands for me. They are quite reliable. A freelancer who wields a dagger like a scalpel? There must be more to that story. though I can't say I remember you ever escorting travelers. John nearly walked into the jaws of a soulless. I thought bringing them here would be less trouble. Ouch. Man, you're so grumpy. If you're staying here, I take it Leander was able to help you? Oh, look at that. That's right. As it happened, I was also headed in that direction, shall we? Fine. Still owes me for yesterday's work. I love Crouch's golden eyes. Min drags their feet, reluctantly trailing me into the tavern. As soon as the doors open, a wave of sticky heat rolls over me. In the hour since I left, the wig has grown suffocatingly crowded. Crouch stands a head taller than most. Even so, I nearly lose sight of him amid the sea of swarming bodies. Pardon me. As if on cue, the crowd parts. Crouch glances over his shoulder at Min and me before gliding through. Just imagine like 7 foot. This guy who's like 7 feet and just like, dressed in white and gold and just, everybody's like, oh man, important person. How can anyone breathe in here? Min follows at a clipped pace. Behind the bar, Leander holds a pair of shot glasses brimming with luminous green liquid. And now for the finishing touch. A flash of magic paints the glasses white with frost. You'll never guess what's in these. He slides the glasses across the counter, and I get my 3rd and 4th shots of the evening in rapid succession. Ace leans against the bar, and elbow props up on the counter. He catches the glasses and lifts one to the light, before turning it upside down. The contents, magically congealed, stay firmly in place. And are you trying to poison us? You're supposed to make drinks, pretty boy. Don't tell me you're wasted already. Veer, perched on the counter beside Ace, looks at the shot glass and shakes his head. What have we here? A bucket full of boogers? Leander's nose treasure? Veer's way with the words is amazing. You've eaten worse. Oh, okay. They have a history, clearly. Veer's lips twitch, and his ears flatten when offered a glass. Ace snickers. Coward. Don't tell me you're actually... In one fluid motion, Ace throws his head back and downs the shot. Drinking that. He's not human, so maybe it doesn't affect him. A dark look crosses Ace's face. It's chewy. Ew. Leander. Chewy? Wait, let me try again. Leander. Behind me, Min grumbles. I told you this place was a nest of degenerates. If it isn't Karash and Min. At the sound of Leander's voice, Min's pale eyes grow wide. They look ready to bolt until Karash sets a hand on their shoulder. I told you they're just like me. They've been perceived and now they're like, no! I'm supposed to just lurk. Like they got their hood up this whole time. This will not take long, I promise. Min's eyes dart from Crash's hand to his face, then soften. Fine, you first. While they step forward, I linger behind, struck by a sudden revelation. All of the people I met recently know each other. Gotta get a switch music. Just repeat it. There you go. Good evening, Leander, Ace. Another drinking competition, I presume? Also, this scene just kind of reminds me of like the beginning of a D&D campaign where, the party assembles at a tavern. It's just like, you know everybody. Is it evening already? Just some friendly rivalry, Doctor. No need to be alarmed. Karash acknowledges Leander and Ace with a single nod, ignoring Veer entirely. Not that Veer seems to mind. Oh, my crush has been overly polite, so yeah, completely blame Veer is interesting. He tilts his head, lips curving into an impish smile when he spots Min brooding behind Crush. I almost didn't see you there, Min. Looking for your booster seat? Veer, so Min pushes their hood back and levels Veer with a cool look. I thought pets weren't allowed in here. Veer's eyes narrow. At first sight of an impending fight, Leander vaults over the counter. Let's try and keep the peace. It's not every day the esteemed doctor takes us up on a drink. His arm snakes around Crush's shoulder. You are finally taking me up on that drink, right, Crush? I am afraid not. We were merely escorting John back to their lodgings. Crush gestures in my direction and my stomach sinks. I reluctantly step into the light. Well, we were also trying to do a personal. Look how grouchy Min looks like. Just does not enjoy being here at all. Leander's face brightens as soon as he sees me. John, it's been too long. Everyone, this is John. They're new to Iridia. Leander, we met I don't know if it's the next day or the same day. I think it's just been like a day ago. Leander, you got it bad, bro. I feel 4 pairs of eyes fixed on me, and suddenly the bar seems suffocatingly small. My voice nearly catches in my throat. We've already met. Or hi again. We've already met. Actually, I've already met everyone. You've met? Those two. Ace and Veer regard me with slightly amused expression. They are very close to each other, so definitely I guess everybody's got history going on, but Veer and Ace have some interesting history, from what I can tell. We did, not that long ago either. Yeah, you left us to go to a bar, Ace. Rude. To think we crossed paths once again, it must be fate. I roll my eyes. Veer looks far too pleased with himself. I do enjoy this overall picture. This calls for drinks. I'm buying. All eyes turn to Leander, freeing me from the burden of attention. Also, I'm just kind of wondering, what the other, I guess, humans, I presume, are doing around here, because this is a very, distinct group. And, Leander was, calling all the attention on him, and then suddenly it's like, hey, there's this person, so it's just has he just told everybody, hey, mind your own business, I've got my special friends in tow. I still can't believe they all know each other. Watching them talk among themselves is surreal. But for the first time since I undertook this journey to Iridia, I feel a faint glimmer of hope. I know I was meant to meet them. The low, pleasant rumble of Leander's laughter pulls me from my restless thoughts. I've got to admit, I'm surprised. You make friends fast, John. I don't know if we would call them friends, but sure, Leander. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. We're more like acquaintances. A wise man once said that acquaintances are merely friends you haven't shared a drink with yet. Still just can't get over Min, being a head shorter and just grouchy. This is so me-coded. The wise man, you said that here last week. Min's lips curl with distaste, but Leander continues, unperturbed. Let's toast to John's health. Care to join in, Doctor? Karash politely declined with the wave of his hand. How about you, Min? No. Are you? No. A resounding pop pierces the din of the bar. We all turn to find the bartender pouring champagne from an old bottle. Its label worn blank. He hands the drink to Veer. When did they start serving champagne here? Veer pauses to lift the foam from his fingers with a coy smile. You don't mind, do you? In a blink, the concern on Leander's face vanishes. No, be my guest. It's like Leander a little offended that no one wants to take him up on his weird ass chewy drink. While chuckling, Leander shoots the bartender with a questioning look. Completely disinterested in his company, Ace cants his head at me with a light smile. I am actually curious, it's like that look between Leander and the bartender, like, is it a, why are you busting out champagne for this guy, or is it like something else? How about you, Sparrow? I did say I'd buy you a drink. No, my treat. Ace regards Leander over the rim of his glass. In the dim light, the glint in his eyes looked downright dangerous. What'll it be, John? I like the rivalry that's forming. I'll take that drink. The water's fine. Again, this is where I would differ from the companion, because, yeah. like I said, I would have a min response. No, I'm not drinking, no. But we are playing as somebody who socially drinks, so we will take that drink. I'll take you up on that drink, as long as it's not one of those green shots. Don't knock them until you've tried them. They taste better than they look. Did you drink them, Leander? We only saw Ace drink them. And you seem perturbed. Somehow I doubt that, but I hold my tongue. Min and Crush drift towards one end of the bar. Both seem eager to leave at a moment's notice, but neither has ordered anything. Neither has ordered anything. Ace and Veer linger. Several glasses stand empty between them, and the two show no signs of slowing down. It's like several glasses they're just like downing drinks really fast, I guess. Maybe like Monster Biology keeps them from getting drunk. Stay with Ace and Veer. Follow Min and Crush. Well, we gotta pursue our grouchy envy, Min, even though, man, if I can just save, I want to go with Ace and Veer. I love Be the Monsters, but yeah, we're gonna. It's less crowded further down the bar, and my breathing eases. I never liked packed spaces. Crush gives me a knowing look as I approach. Were the Wicks offerings not to your liking? Let me guess, I'll end up face down in a barrel after a sip of anything here. His mouth quirks, but he shakes his head. Quite the opposite. The drinks are notoriously watered down. It lowers costs while encouraging the patrons to overindulge. Min looks up from adjusting the laces of one of their braces. The only reason anyone bothers coming here is for the cheap rooms and cheaper drinks. Perfect conditions for terrible mistakes. It almost sounds like you're speaking from experience. Oh, you just said that. Their pale face reddens and they look away scowling. He's got history with somebody. Before I can respond, Leander returns with the tumbler and sets it in front of me. A strip of orange peel bobs in a pool of thin red alcohol. I sniff the drink. To my relief, all I smell is the sweet scent of pomegranates with an undercurrent of fermented fruit. Relax, it's just a local specialty, pomegranate wine. Although if you're feeling more adventurous... I shake my head. Leander rubs his knuckles against the bar until the drink falls silent. Alright everyone, let's toast. May John's day in Iridia be full of bright adventure and discoveries. Cheers! Leander, Ace, and Veer raise their glasses in unison. Min nimbly crosses their arms, and Karash watches with polite indifference. I tip my drink back. The wine is eye-wateringly strong. Despite a sharp, bitter edge, it goes down smoothly. One sip softens the edge of my vision. The next fades the din of the crowded bar into a low, persistent murmur. I find myself unwinding for what feels like the first time in years. It's like strong stuff if you're already... At least I presume alcohol doesn't hit that fast, but I don't drink, so... And for me, a couple of sips does start, like, making my face heat up and my heart race, so it's So maybe this wine does have that effect in the cookie. For us, apparently. Aren't you the popular one, John? You must have met Crush first. It would be more accurate to say that I found him. He saved my life. I merely performed my duty as a doctor. Although I'll admit I was confused when I woke up naked. A couple of other phrases. Leander makes a choke noise. Somewhere behind him, in size. Or assassin. It's not what you think. John was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes. It looks like a shame or a crash. Like, supposed to be, I guess, like, cured. Maybe not chased, but just, yeah. Leander looks almost disappointed. The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I look away, unable to face Karash's disappointment, and catch Veer snickering behind his hand. Yeah, I don't know, it's like we spent too much time with Veer and Ace and sketching. That's my cue to change the topic. Karash isn't the only one who saved me today. Don't you listen? I didn't save you. You were simply there. That's Min for you. Leander reaches for Min. They duck under his arm. Okay, they clearly have a history. So I like his little ponytail. Like, I used to have that. My hair grew out, but maybe my hair will grow out my hair again. Yeah, it's a little ponytail. As reliable as they are moody. You're the one to talk, considering you neglected to warn them to stay off the streets at night. What? Of course I warned them. I think. Min's only response is a short breath. At any rate, I never got a chance to thank you, Min. Don't. The less soulless alive, the better. Min's eyes flick toward Ace, and her lips twist. Ace is too busy nodding along to Veer's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing to notice. I've had enough of this hellhole. Let's go. Min and Gruff share a brief look, then the doctor speaks up. Very well, but there's something I must discuss with Leander, if you'll excuse us, John. And just like that, the three of them depart, leaving me alone to savor my drinks in silence. Or so I think, until I hear a voice so soft and low, it's practically a purr. Lost your tour guide? I turn to find two pairs of slit eyes trained on me. It's not lost on me that Ace and Veer chose to pounce the instant the others left. Of course I'd be stuck with the two most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, there's no telling what I'll do if either of them push me again. Don't tell me Leander already snuck out back to get his knob slobbered. Fear. I mean, Leander is like, I think he's canonically slutty, but... or no, yeah, it's confirmed because when we got the group, the bartender was just like, yeah, your usual Leander, so... but Fear does not know how to put things delicately. He's got business with Karashi Min. 2-on-1 business, huh? Lucky. I can't tell if it's the champagne or the company, but Veer has grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped on the back of his hand. His tail sways lazily. Why are you so far away? Come, join us. He pats the empty bar stool beside Ace, but I hesitate. The smile Veer wears is sweet and distinctly sly, and with drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Ace will mess with me next. You don't bite. I'm not so sure about that. He already tried to rob me, and you threatened me. Me? Steal? You must be mistaken. Such a liar. You sure it was me? You too. Yes, it was you. And then you had the gall to kick me out so you could go drinking. Ace gives another one of his shrugs. Had to give you a reason to come looking. Miss me already? I stare at him flatly, unimpressed by his inflection. Veer simply leans towards me, gossamer sleeves pulling where he rests his elbows on his knees. It's funny that we're the ones being bullied because, you know, after playing a day with us, we were doing the bullying, you know, like it's, I'm trying to think, like, how to play as John because you know, me, I enjoy this bullying a little bit. Even though, yeah, I would also actually, like, IRL if somebody was like, I'm busy, and then I find them at a bar. Oh, I would be so mad. Ace sets his hand on Veer's waist, narrowly preventing him from tipping off the counter. Okay, clearly something going on. I'm afraid we got off on the wrong foot. How about we start fresh? Begin with proper introductions and whatnot. I'll start. The name's Veer. I'm a soulless hunter of no small renown. Veer's hand flutters to his chest and he bows his head, flinching when hair falls over his eyes. Ace doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn now. You already know my name, or John. I feel like if we're grouchy, they're just gonna, like, bully us. I think we're gonna play along. It's John. Veer considers me for a long moment, tail idly swaying behind him. Then he knocks back the rest of the champagne. It's a pleasure to formally meet you, John. He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly turn my gaze away. I know, like, the name is for anybody else. I really have one syllable. Because maybe he's savoring, like, every letter. Ace smirks at my reaction. Is something funny? No. I open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. Yep. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. The antagonistic flirting. I hate it and love it. It must be the wine. A flash of white over Ace's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Karash heads for the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but it feels wrong to let the doctor leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Veer grins and waves at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Karash, I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck twice as wide as his head. He stares at me, nostrils flaring. Out of my way, shit stain. He's called Lowlife. My words spill out on their own. Watch it. I regret them as soon as they leave my mouth. That fucking wine. The Lowlife wheels around, shoving an adder out of the way so he can close in on me. What did you say? He shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps in my throat when I see him bearing down. You trying to start something here? The lowlife freezes, his fist cocked back, a group of adders circling, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long time, the lowlife looks from me to the adders. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. The wad narrowly misses my cheek. Screw it, too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me and comes face to face with Ace. He gives the lowlife a dangerous smile. Oh, that's the... Yeah, I like the smile, but I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad news for that guy. You'll do. What happens next is a blur. Ace's fist crashes into the man's jaw, causing a frenzy of gasps and shouts and even cheers. I want violence, I guess. I scramble to my feet as the frantic crowd swarms around me. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting, "Take it outside, Ace! Everyone, drinks are on me!" With that, the wick erupts in hoots and cheers. The ring around me disperses as adders and onlookers rush toward the bar. Like Ace, just like Ace is either loaded or he's up with the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. Ace vanishes out the back, dragging the Lola behind. Karash lingers near the door, searching, I suspect, for any wounded before he departs. Min draws her hood up tight as they duck out a side door, while Veer leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. And Leander, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically at the bartender. In a heartbeat, I realize there's no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person to get to speak tonight. I follow. I can't let Min slip away so easily. He might be the most standoffish person I've met so far, but they're the only one who seems somewhat neutral on the Cenobium. Oh yeah, because like everybody else is either very like, yeah, Veer, I work for the Cenobium, or like, I think probably like Ace and let's think of Karash, but Karash feels better. I think Ace and Leander are just like fuck the Cenobium. So my gut tells me they know more about that tower than they're letting on. By the time I make it out of the bar, Min's already halfway down the street. Drawing my clothes to ward off the chill, I hurry after them, but at this hour, the Amaryllis district is full of terracers. While Min slips through the crowd with surprising agility, I struggle to keep pace. The edge of their cloak flutters as they round the corner. Determined to catch up, I take the same turn into a dim street. But Min is nowhere to be seen. I'm so mad that they're following. We're trying to follow them. They just want to be left alone. Didn't you learn your lesson earlier? Yeah, they're mad. I nearly jump out of my skin, whirling to find Min behind me. They don't even look ruffled. They fold their arms, pointedly staring me down. I thought nearly getting beaten would have taught you that being out alone at night is dangerous. What about you? Or I'm not alone, am I? Yeah, I'm not alone. It's a good thing I'm not alone then, isn't it? Min looks at me in blank confusion for a moment before a realization dawns. Are you always so persistent? I don't really know how to read them. They shift between aggressive and hesitant without warning. I have no idea how to tell which way they'll swing. They're also tsundere. I can't help feeling a little thrill when pink sweeps across their cheeks. I kinda have to be. It's how I stay alive. Min recovers their composure quickly, mouth shifting into a frown. They glance away, eyes scanning the street. Their gaze lingers on a particular building, another tower, before they look back at me. You've been lucky so far, but it won't last. Nobody in the city is trustworthy. Not even you? Especially not me. I've met clans that opened up more willingly than did, but even if they don't talk about themselves much, they must have opinions on. Gosh, okay, so we're gonna hear different opinions. Let's go in order, because okay, we'll start with Crush, because we seem to kind of get along. You and Crush seem to get along, though. The tense lines of Min's face soften. He's an exception. These people are willing to help others, and fear still when there's any risk involved. And of them, Crush is unique. I have a feeling that Min doesn't smile often. The curve of their lips, however slight, is unmistakable. They catch themselves, eyes glazing over with feigned indifference. He's not the worst, at least a doctor, even if he asks too many questions. But nothing in Iridia is free. Yeah, we've been getting that a lot. Unique is one way to describe Crush's work. Unconsciously, I grip my stitched arm where the soul is severed. Min glances at me, almost knowingly. Fly that's been like hovering around the computer. Okay. The only one of its kind, not replicable by anyone else. It's fitting word. I wonder what injuries Crush has healed for Min and whether they know how he does it. But if they did, I doubt they'd tell me. Veer. How did you meet Veer? Min's face scrunches like they've just bitten into rotten lemon. That perverse fleabag jumped me during fog fall, so I stabbed him and left him in the gutter where he belongs. They are both hunters. Which may be like, Veer works for the Synovium and Min is just freelance. My heart thuds hard in the chest. Their voice is icy with disgust. The night air feels warm by comparison. It's a shame it didn't stick. I suppose I'll just have to keep trying. I remember how they dispatched that soulless earlier. Understanding anatomy is easy, but that precise clinical strike spoke of experience. I wonder how many times they've killed to get so good at it. I take it your opinion hasn't changed. He fucks with people for kicks. Every sentence out of his mouth is either crass innuendo or conceited put down. And whatever he's done is bad enough that the Synovium has him on leash. There are monsters living on every other street. He's the only one who needs a muzzle before he's taken out for a walk. Belatedly, I close my mouth. Leander seems fond of you. He's an idiot, an obnoxious blowhard who can't shut up to save his life. I was like, man, tell it. You're like finally saying what you actually feel. Their words are harsh, but at complete odds with the flush creeping across their flushed face. Okay. Yeah, there was something going on with Min and Wetwick. Is that all? Min huffs. It seems to physically pain them to speak again. He does accept the woolwork. He pays on time, which is more than I can say for most, and the Adderstone look after Lowtown. If he was capable of being quiet for more than 10 seconds at a time, he'd be almost tolerable. Their tone grows almost fond, but then the brows draw together as they glare at me. But I'm not one of his adders. If he told you otherwise, he's talking out his ass, as usual. He has work to offer, and sometimes I take it, that's all. Somehow I doubt that, but Min seems disinclined to say more. Ace. You don't seem to like Ace. I don't like anyone, but especially not that bloodthirsty gangster. The words tumble from their mouth before I can even finish the sentence. Did he do something to you? Beyond existing? No, but I'm not waiting around to get hurt first. That sea spring he runs with all those smiling red-eyed people, I suppose his one saving grace is that he hasn't forced anyone to drink from it, yet. Monsters like him don't know or care about what they have done. It makes him sick. So Min is a very anti-monster. Their voice echoes down the empty street, startling me. I blink, staring at them. You really don't like monsters, do you? Min fixes me with the flat gaze, their pale eyes like chips of ice. Every monster forced their way out of the shroud and into this world for some reason. I may not know Ace's reason, but for the vast majority of monsters, humans are food, playthings, or beneath notice. That may simply be their nature, but I don't have to like it. And I'm not going to risk my life in the hopes that any one of them is different. A lot of humans fear or hate monsters, but there's something different about how Min talks about them. It sounds personal. If you're going to keep asking questions, ask about something else. Doors bang open at the end of the street, light and laughter pour out of the tavern, followed by a group of giggling people in white uniforms. Synovium students having a night out on the town. Min hesitates only for a moment before they start down the street after the students. When I follow close on my heels, I grimace, speaking through gritted teeth. Why are you still following me? When I asked them about Veer, I noticed something odd, besides their vehement dislike of him. While Min didn't exactly sound enthusiastic about the Synovium, they were the first to speak of it with anything besides open animosity. Ahead of us, the students pile into another bar. Min ducks into the alley next to it. If nobody in the city is trustworthy, what about the Cenobium? The line of their narrow shoulders abruptly tenses. They lift their chin, giving me a wary look. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? Karash must have warned you about the nature of Iridia's currency. Right, information is secrets. I fidget, uncertain. I don't trust Min's mercurial moods, and clearly there are things they aren't saying. Their eyes dip towards my hands, passing over the bandages like a razor. That steady gaze, full of keen-edged possibility. I shiver, hastily shoving my hands into my pockets. They frown, but their eyes drift away from me to the window of the bar next to us. It's opaque, either frosted glass or caked with dust, but some of the warm light diffuses out into the alleyway. Into the alley. The Cenobium is a place of learning. If someone has questions that can't be answered anywhere else, the Cenobium might have the solution. Or at least that's how it was once upon a time. These days, the doors are closed to outsiders. That's about what I expected after being shooed off earlier. Just as I start to relax, they speak again. Whatever you're looking for there, the cost may be higher than you're willing to pay. The sheer hypocrisy of their words takes me off. What gives you the right to talk when you're doing the exact same thing as me? What questions are you asking that only the Cenobium can answer? That's personal. So there is something Min's looking for at the Cenobium. I suppose that makes two of us. If they're following groups of Cenobium students around, they must not be having much luck either. Everyone else seems to fear or hate the Cenobium, but you don't. They flinch. Spurred by curiosity and lingering annoyance, I press forward. You must know something about them, something you haven't told Leander or Karash. But they're not letting you in, which means you're one of the outsiders. In the space between one breath and the next, Min closes the distance between us. Slender fingers grip the front of my shirt, and they slam me against the wall with shockwave. The force of the movement knocks their hood back, messy hair fluttering around their face. I'm standing on tiptoe, and Min's lifted me nearly clear off the ground with a single hand. The realization sends an electric tingle down my spine, but before I can begin to wonder what that's about, Min snarls in my face. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. The angry twist of their mouth draws my eyes down to the beauty spot at the corner of their lips. I can't stop staring at it. The marks incongruously delicate compared to their fiery gaze, their steel-bone grip, but then so is the rest of them. Neither do you, or what's your fucking problem? Not today. Maybe not so. So, what's your fucking problem? I've had enough. Maybe it's the tiring, fruitless day I've had. I've too near-death experiences. Or maybe I'm just sick of all these infuriating, attractive strangers who won't tell me a damn thing. Min looks pissed, but they hesitate. Maybe they didn't expect me to snap back. You give me information and snap at me and shove me around. What are you trying to do? You're the one to talk, someone around town, and trying to get answers without giving anything in return. That's not how things work here, and it'll get you killed well before you figure out whatever's going on with your hands. I don't get angry easily. I can't afford to when a moment of carelessness could be fatal. But when Min mentions my hands, my temper flares hot. That's rich considering your whole I don't have any friends bullshit. Realization strikes me like a thunderclap. You're not getting anywhere by yourself either, are you? But you can't make yourself ask for help. Ugh, relatable. You're stuck, and it's your own fault. I brace myself, expecting Min to snap at me again. Instead, their eyes drop, their brow furrows in frustration, but the twist of their mouth is miserable. Their voice trembles almost imperceptibly when they speak. I know. Oh, Min! The city only cares about what you can give, or what it can take from you. Information, power, connections. If you're an outsider here, nobody will help you. Nobody will even try. You don't belong anywhere. My heart thuds in my chest for an entirely different reason now. They seem suddenly very small. Alone, like me. Min jerks backwards, releasing me so abruptly that I nearly stumble. Maybe they realize how close we were. Maybe they said too much. feel like if we let them go, it's gonna be the end of our interaction. So I press forward. Determined not to let this go, I press forward. Min takes another step back, but this time there's the one with their back against the wall. Look, we both want something from the Cenobium, right? But neither of us are going to get anywhere on our own. We could help each other. It's worth a shot, don't you think? Min sighs. They sound annoyed, but any real hostility seems to have gone out from them. You've made it this far already, I'll grant you that. But if you were looking for help, you should look elsewhere. If you stay too close to me, you'll get hurt. Before I can think of what to say, the tavern doors bang open again. The Cenobium students spill back out, considerably drunker. Their ranks seem to have swelled with other barflies. The group floods back into town, towards the great tower, rising moonward. As I'm distracted by the commotion, Min draws her hood up and slips away from me. I catch Min's eyes just for a moment, then they're gone, vanishing into the crowd. Says Min, the cursed outsider. Despite their cold nature and familiarity of violence, Min is just as desperate as you to get into the Cenobium. You may be able to help each other, but they're keeping as many secrets as you. They claim they're dangerous, but could be your only chance at getting into the Cenobium. So I'm gonna go back and get invited before confirming. Veer. The chained charlatan. Veer serves as a warning of the dangers posed by the Cenobium. As cunning as he is curious, Veer finds you fascinating and insists you can help. But trusting him means entrusting your life to a collared beast with a lethal reputation. Can Veer protect you, or is Honeyworth a trap waiting to snap shut? Leander, the heroic mage. Leander offers you something that should be impossible, a taste of normalcy free of your curse. As the first person to withstand your touch, you could change your life, but some things are simply too good to be true. Leander promises to help unravel your curse, but at what cost? Ace, the demon renegade, an intimidating yet laid-back outsider. Ace resides over a sea spring with unnerving powers. He offers you a miracle, but the prize means submitting yourself to a horrifying presence at the heart of the spring. Will you gaze into the abyss for answers, even at the risk of losing yourself? Karash, the repentant angel. From all appearances, Karash is the principled doctor of extraordinary skill, but you know little about the man beneath the professional mask. Karash keeps even his friends at a cold distance. If you uncover his deepest secrets, will you like what you find?
In his autumn for the winter,
I'm gonna save again,
comes man's last
because
man.
I don't know what will happen if we
What on earth are you talking
confirm that. Let's see. Oh, okay, so yeah, if we confirm it just ends. I'm kind of checking on time because I do have, so I was gonna do like a movie night with people. So yeah, I think, it's kind of a short stream, but I think I might call it. And there are other endings that people play through. I might revisit it at some point, and we can check the other endings. But yeah, it's been a while since I've had to speak this much on stream. Since the nice thing with everything was that it was already voiced for us. So yeah, we'll call it there for today. And like I said, maybe if I have some free time, I'll visit the other paths, because I am super curious what visiting the others are like. I like me the monsters. I also like Leander because he's got so much charisma. And then yeah, Karash, the story, I think he's the most mysterious to me, and it's also interesting. So yeah. But yeah, one of the things that made me also realize that movies coded is they had some the Touchstarved social media has profiles of everybody and like little bits of trivia. And Min apparently knows a lot of random info. She's just like me and loves cats. Like, in addition to patrolling, they go and like use the cats and it's like, why are you me? Like, you're so mean. They also, I think, don't sleep, but I don't think any of these characters really like get a decent. Maybe Ace does because he seems to just do whatever, but it seems everybody else is sleep deprived. But yeah, so you said ending this a little bit sooner, or a little bit like cutting the stream a little bit short because we finished one path and I got a little bit of other plans. But yeah, go if you're in Dallas, go check out the South Optimum Studio Student Pro Showcase next week. Trying to think if I have anything else going on. I've got pull this up because this will probably be this will probably be before this will happen before the next stream because it's in October. But so yeah, they're an LA-based burlesque production team that started virtually, and so they still do a virtual Halloween show every year, Burlesque and Chill. I performed with them a couple years ago. This year, I'm having one of my short stories read, so I'm excited about that, and I'm gonna be in the live stream. I'll try to dress up a little bit, but yeah, just something completely different than my usual like performing stuff, and like and it's a horror story, so different from poetry or my usual writing. So yeah, it's fun. Let's see, it's sliding scale tickets. Pay what you can. I don't think if there's any. Yeah, so like starts at 7:14. You can also, if you're unavailable on the 27th, so this is since they're California based, it is 7 p.m. Pacific time, which if you're here in Central Time Zone, it would be 9 p.m. It is on a weeknight. So if that doesn't work, you can always just get the replay and watch it. The show also benefits SWAP, which is I'm trying to remember what the acronym is. It's like sex worker, but it's a sex worker advocacy group, and yeah, you get tips and all sorts of things. So the website is www.burlesqueandchill.com, and then you can go look at their virtual screen ticket. And I think, see if, and yeah, there's some folks, yeah, see, they can writer. But yeah, there's some folks that I've done shows with, Baby the Mirror, Caramel Knowledge, so yeah, and then some folks that I've not seen perform, so I'm excited. I think Burlesque and Chill as well. They have their, yeah, you can get their replays, so previous shows, I think this is this is there's me in this up now. So you can get this, the one Screamtacular that I was in. Yeah, as doing my virtual vampire act that has a teensy bit of pull. It's like one of the first like times I did pull for a routine. So yeah, you can go on there, Burlesque and Chill replays to get that. They also have workshops that are in person and virtual, so they're just, I think, really cool for continuing to provide virtual options on top of live shows. I think it's important and necessary, so yeah. Also, I just realized that, I don't know, I'm gonna get like knocked off of Twitch for the sexy clip, but this is the end, so yeah. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their October, has a safe and fun Halloween. Remember to be mindful of your costumes. Like, it's 2025, most cultures aren't costumes, and you're gonna get haunted by ghosts, in my opinion, if you do that, so don't do it. Anyways, there's many other things you can do. Like, there's better ways to be creative with your costumes. Yeah, stay safe at the parties. If you got kids or are in a neighborhood, enjoy the trick-or-treating / trick-or-treaters. And yeah, I hope to see some of y'all at the Self Alchemy Studio showcase or at the Burlesque and Chill Virtual Screentacular. And if not, I will see you next month when I stream a completely different game that I haven't streamed before, and I'm very excited because we're kicking off the winter season with a little winter game. So I'll post more about that later on the socials. Socials are at Honolulu Burlesque. Till then, see you later.